Hello, amazing smart people from around the world. Welcome back to another episode of Andres Talks. Happy to have you here. If you're watching this on any other day than the weekend, of course, I hope your week is going great and it's going smoothly. Today's episode is going to be a very interesting one. We're going to talk about how to deal with the unexpected and life's hardships that keep being thrown at us, even though we keep on planning to prevent this, right? So while you could argue that you could go on for this topic indefinitely, I'm not going to try to make a movie out of this video. We're going to try to be very concise. We're going to first define what are the things that are under control, the things that aren't under our control, and some tools that we can have and leverage so that this is better managed for us, right? Without further ado, let's get on with it. So this week, it was pretty tough, not gonna lie. A lot of unexpected things, a lot of things that you couldn't really plan for were thrown at me, and while I already have a backlog of topics, I thought of introducing and including this topic in the middle of the way because I think it's important how we manage and how we deal with the adversity that life poses, right, in itself. So it's always about how to keep that attitude towards new challenges and things that keep coming against our way. But yeah, no matter how much you plan, no matter how much you anticipate things, try to control things, there will be things that are out of your way. For example, you plan a meeting and you lead this meeting in a certain way and then it goes out of control. You deal with family problems, maybe you have health problems as well, and many things can go wrong. You do exercise and then you get an injury. How can we effectively deal with all of this, right? You see, last week we talked about the way organization can help us support our intelligence in terms of how we can support our motivation and our positive attitude towards life as we deal with challenges. We have a couple of things, right? First thing we have is gratitude. In the past, I was a bit reluctant to fully accept this because I've always been very ambitious, so it's something that you learn as you go, that you have to sort of recalibrate yourself with gratitude. Now, gratitude, essentially what it does to our brains is that it provides a way for, while not accepting things as they are, right? While acknowledging that things can be better, saying, okay, you know what, no matter what, we have the present, we are here today. We can deal with this in X, Y, Z ways. And just being here, alive in the present, it's a gift, right? That's why it's called present. I didn't make that up. So that's part one. How we don't forget that life is a gift. Every day that we're here, no matter the new problems or things that come up, right? You may have a lot of fires that you have to deal and put out. And remember the big picture. Life is a marathon. Life is not a sprint. The way you train for a marathon, the way you perform in a marathon, and how you recover from a marathon is way different than how you recover from a sprint. So if you're a sprint runner, I know a little about this topic, but of course you're focused on strength, endurance to a lesser extent, and really building that explosiveness, because that's what you're required to do, right? Short amount of distance in the less amount of time, and that's it. So for marathons, the way you prepare and you train is way different. You have to focus on endurance, focus on stamina. All of these things come together, and the way they come together allow you to, no matter how hard or how uphill the path is becoming, you know that if you just keep pushing a little bit more, if you stay on track, if you maybe adjust, recalibrate a little, but no matter what, don't give up, then eventually you'll reach the finish line. Now, this concept gives me chills, right? Because it's easy to be motivated. It's easy to, watch a video, get paid, have money, you get all hyped, you surround yourself with really happy people, but then when that goes away, because it always does, it fades, then you're left with this vagueness, this how to say, like this feeling, right? And well, not a feeling really, but maybe a little void, right? Something's missing. There's a missing piece, and that piece is the other part that I want to discuss in this video, which is discipline. Now, discipline, it's something that will destroy many of us. I know discipline has destroyed me. Why is discipline destructive? Because when you don't have any discipline at all, right? You rely on your cleverness, right? You fix things on the go, you improvise, and you get away with it. Yeah, that's great, but discipline doesn't let you get away with anything. Now, discipline requires some mental effort more so than physical effort, even if you are translating that to something like a sport. So it starts here, right? For example, whether you're doing like cold showers, you meditate in the morning, you make sure that you eat right, you plan your meals, you go to sleep on schedule even though you're not tired. These are the things that require definite purpose and definite will, and that's why it's hard. The thing about discipline is that while I would say it doesn't really get better, because for example, if you take a cold shower after 30 days, yeah, you could argue that the water is feeling a little bit less cold, but it's still cold. It's not gonna go away. Now, with life generally, that's the thing. You don't get an easier version of whatever you're doing. You just become better. And that is also really beautiful, because if you think about it, not for example, like in a very simple concept, like let's say school. If we look back, yeah, maybe school was pretty easy. Maybe school, was what it was. In that moment, I guarantee you that having to deal with, let's say, 2 science projects, homework, organizing things, seemed like the end of the world. Looking back, you realize, wow, that really wasn't that much. I could have done that in 15 minutes if I was like really focused. And that's the thing. Life doesn't get easier. You just get better. You improve, and you shouldn't wish for life to get easier. That's one of the things that I really want to emphasize today, because it's a trap. It really is a bad way of thinking life. Sadly, life doesn't get easier. We have to acquire more responsibility. We have to acquire more accountability. We have to acquire many things, many qualities that allow us to do more. And yeah, you have the innate capabilities of dealing with whatever you have under your plate and a little bit more. But that a little bit more has to be awakened through gratitude, discipline, and constant relentlessness. If you have faith, right? Maybe that's the third concept that we will slightly touch today. Faith allows you to see things that are not yet materialized before your eyes. So it's like a trident, right? It's very powerful. You have gratitude, you have discipline, you have faith. No matter the unexpected, no matter the problems that keep getting thrown at you, if you have all of these 3 things, maybe you have 2, and that's a great start. Maybe you have 1, and it's even better than not having none at all. These things will help you navigate life's problems and will help you push forward. As great Rocky Balboa once said, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Right? That's how you win. That's how winning is done. So it's a powerful message. It gives me chills to talk about this. Like I said, whenever you have a bad week, a bad day, maybe a tough morning, tough conversations, you're dealing with things that you want to postpone, that are uncomfortable. These things, remember, at the end of the day, if you are able to go through them, you will be better at the end. Not necessarily the first time, not necessarily the second time, but if you keep doing them, right, through discipline, through gratitude, then you will find yourself inevitably in a better place. That's the powerful thing. Last tip I want to give out and end this video with, for all the perfectionists out there, it's as simple as this. If you're a perfectionist, first I want to congratulate you, because being a perfectionist is a blessing. I truly believe it's a blessing, right? You have this thoroughness to have things done in the best way possible, attention to detail. You want to get the most out of life. You want to, maximize things. Then I generally believe that's a blessing. However, channel perfectionism into the better way is to reframe it as, no matter what keeps being thrown at me, I will get back up. And if you get back up with a smile, life starts to feel like a game. So no matter what keeps being thrown at you, and you sort of fall, right? And then you get back up, life will eventually be like, this guy, this girl just refuses to stay down. I don't get it. That's just how it works. So the universe, I believe the universe responds to the law of what you seek, the law of attraction. But in a way, if you just never desist, and you have this fervor desire inside of you for getting the things you want to have out of life, the universe will ultimately say, you know what, I cannot stop you. Like, even if you start off bad at the beginning, because everybody sucks when we're first starting things, the universe will ultimately say, you know what, fine. I mean, you want it that bad, just have it already and move on, let me be. That's the beauty of things. If you really desire things and you just have to have it, if you just have to have it, then you'll get it, right? Everybody can desire many things, many qualities, virtues, material things, lots of whatever type of goal you want. You can want that goal, but it's not about just wanting. It's if you just have to have it. If you have to have it, it does not matter the type of obstacles that just keep showing the road, because it cannot stop you, right? You're dealing with fires, you cannot be stopped, right? You're dealing with health issues, fine, you cannot be stopped. You're dealing with late night work hours, fine, you deal with that, you cannot be stopped. I generally believe there's beauty in that. There is beauty in that, and you find pride at the end of that, right? People don't realize how powerful pride is, but in the positive way. Pride for what you have become, for what you're doing. Not being proud in the way that I am arrogant and I'm better, but proud in the way that you can inspire others. And I want to leave you all with a phrase that I think really has made an impact in my mind and in my life, which is, do not climb mountains to look people over the shoulder, but rather to show them that mountains can be climbed. It's a beautiful phrase. If you are a perfectionist out there, if you are a go-getter, if you are very ambitious, remember, right? Always keep yourself grounded and always be thankful for the opportunity of keep improving. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this has some value for your life. I would appreciate if you subscribe, if you made it all the way to the end of the video. I would appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and you share it with your friends. Of course, if you want to keep the conversation going, feel free to write down in the comments. We'll see you guys in the next week, and peace out.